Good morning. I'm doing a little bit of maintenance because last weekend I rode up the north about 3 hours to meet up with Paul and buy some of his Indian parts that he was selling. And you might have, if you saw part 2 of last weekend, you would have seen Paul fitting those floorboard inserts for me. I also bought off Paul more leather stuff for Calamity. So I've got one of these things, and as you know, well, if you don't know, you will now. The Indian leather's too light for what I want to do, so I dye all my leather, and there's my two. I mix up colours. So now this will be the second coat. This is the second coat, but also I bought this off Paul. I have got no clue what I'm going to do with it because, as we all know, I can't possibly fit any more shit on that bike. But you know, for $50, it's this big thing, and I'm going to sort of attach side panels to it and things like that. So I've got a little bit of work to do on this, but it's one of those top box things that Paul had made for him. So it's not an Indian part, but it's a fair size, and it might go on Sweet Baby Jane, I don't know, but I thought it was worth grabbing. Now I've already given that one coat. That was quite light as well. I think I'm off to the Indian dealership to see if the guys can help me fit that because I don't have any tools, and also have a few meetings. And I also wanted to finish some of the questions that I answered on the last bike ride, but for some reason I accidentally pressed the mute button and there was no audio. So from Two Kiwi Riders, obviously from New Zealand, great guys, have a great YouTube channel, and I follow them on YouTube and Instagram. Two Kiwi Riders, Mr. and Mrs. Kiwi Rider. They ask if when did I start singing and at what age? Well, I'm not actually a singer. I gave it a crack. I'm a frustrated guitar player, and over the years I've attempted a few times to resurrect that, I was going to say skill, but it's no skill. I don't have any skill. I write and produce shows, and I engage musical directors, and I employ musicians, and my work is off the stage. I did, however, play Titania in Midsummer Night's Dream, the Shakespeare play, and I am what you would call I've done a little bit of acting. No shit, Sherlock. So, but again, all my work, I'm a producer and a writer, so I do everything mainly off the stage and look up. So that's to Mr. and Mrs. Kiwi Rider, and I really hope I can get over there again and meet you guys. So the other question, there was another question about what's my favourite Spice Girl. God love you. I know that was a little bit of a joke. I don't have one. I'm not really a Spice Girl type of girl. I'm more of a folky Bob Dylan Americana type of music, blues, roots and stuff like that, bluegrass. So I never had much to do with the Spice Girls. I don't even know which one's which, quite frankly. I know there's a Scary. Maybe that's my one. And there was another question about what is my day job. I have a day job. I work in an office 9 to 5, which is the only thing that really pays the bills. And that's it's like a trade union. We look after club managers. It's called the Club Managers Association of Australia. And I'm the membership and sponsorship manager for that. So that's my day job, and it's a great job, and I have a good time doing that. But I also run my own business, which is Fish Out of Water Productions, which created the Rockumentary series. And that's where I write and produce shows. I study and research rock icons, if you like, and I write their story, and I put that with a live band, and we play all their songs, and in between the songs we tell their story, and I have footage and imagery that goes up as the story's being told, so you sort of visualize stuff, and you can it's like a documentary on stage, which is why I call it a rockumentary. So I have a few of those, and that's, you know, for one of a bit of a plug, that's rockumentary.com.au. And then, so my day job, my business, my grandchildren, of course, take up a bit of time. And, of course, then the motorbike world, the Aussie and the Indian, which is what it's all about for me. That is my future retirement plan. So that's what I'm doing now, is just sort of, you know, building that brand, if you like, building those platforms, learning. I'm always learning. I mean, I'm not an experienced editor by any means, and I'm still getting my head around YouTube. But see, that's coming up much darker. And so that's me. What was the other question? Am I in a relationship? Absolutely not. So I was married for 25 years. I have 2 beautiful children and now 2 beautiful grandchildren. I'm still good mates with my ex-husband. He's moved on now. He's married, and consequently, I don't have much to do with it now because she fucking hates me. But you know, I've done the odd relationship thing, and I think I'm better off being a single person because I have so much going on in my life. It's not really fair. There's not many blokes actually that would put up with my busyness, you know, unless you're prepared to be like number 4 or 5 on the list. So obviously no one has walked into my life warrants me making them number 1. Not yet, you never know, but I'm certainly not looking, so I'm quite happy with the way things are. Oh, that's really lovely. It's a bit hard in this light, but that has come up so beautiful. That's it for the question.
Well, I don't think I can live like this. When the words we throw hit like a fist at the first rays of the sleeping sun.
Indian dealership, and I've just had this thing fitted. And the GPS has now moved over there a little bit, and this is my speaker system, so that's all going well. Got my GoPro here, but that'll be handy. Just more shit, just got to add more shit, more leather. It's all about the leather. And there she is, the floorboards. I've still got some more things to add, but I didn't want to ask them too much. So it's been I had a bit of a meeting about the 2020 event while I was here. Met some great people, told some few people about the event that didn't know about it, that were here with their Indians, and there they are, all there lined up, all the models out there. There's not actually, that's the thing about India, there's not too many second-hand ones for sale because you just don't get rid of them unless you trade up, of course. Back home to Sydney.
Fuck you looking at? Like he's a fucking Adonis.
I have sojourned to foreign lands, stood on sacred ground for a fearless land.